Well, welcome back to day 5, 31 days challenge of emotional intelligence and awareness. We made it. Day 5, day of grace. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! We made it. We made it, soldiers. We made it. Listen, this is Apostle Jonathan Scott, and we've been dealing with emotional intelligence, EQ. We're talking about having control over ourselves. No one can control us like we can control ourselves. Nothing outward should ever have that much ability to cause you to be on blaze and make the wrong decision. You and I have to learn to have emotional awareness, which identifying the things that trigger our lives. But at the end of the day, we have to have control over our environment. So I want to continue on with the emotional awareness, and we'll move on to another segment of this because everything I'm dealing with this week or dealing with right now dealing with EQ. And then we're probably going to eventually move into growth mindset, wellness. But with what I want to do, or what I desire to see happen through these 31 days is total transformation. Not just for you, but also for me too. So let's hop back in on emotional awareness. So emotional awareness is more than managing our feelings. Emotional awareness is more than managing our feelings. It's opened doors to profound personal growth. Emotional awareness opens doors to profound, or if we want to say, a greater level of growth. Understanding your emotions and their triggers reveals what matters the most to you. Understanding the emotional or the emotions and their triggers should be or reveal what matters most to you. Emotions become less about control and more about guidance. Emotions then develop from less about control, but become to a point of guidance and helping you make choices that align with your values and your priorities. Let me say it again. Emotions become less about control and more about guidance, helping you and I to make choices that align with our values and our priorities. Your emotions deepens your relationship with yourself. Let me say that because it's about you taking and I taking evaluation of ourselves. Listen to what it says. Your emotions deepens your relationship with yourself. Frustrations might highlight the need for more transparency or communication. Frustration may highlight you and I needing more transparency and communications, while sadness could reflect a longing for a deeper connection. While sadness could reflect a longing for a deeper connection, recognizing and addressing these needs align with your actions, with your values, and fostering of a purpose of resilience. Dealing with our actions that aligns with our values that will foster a sense of purpose and resilience. You know, our mentor talked about last night in the prophetess Bethwood about plans. When we can understand our value and purpose, we will foster resilience. We won't give up. See, only reason it's easy to give up. Anybody can give up. But if we can come to a place of resilience, we can complete the plans and purpose for our life. We have to determine to not allow our emotions to spoil our purposes and our plans. We have to do that. This awareness also enhances your relationships. Also will help you in your relationship. Clear communications about your feeling invites empathy and corroboration. Clear communications about your feelings invites empathy and corroboration, creating opportunities for stronger bonds and shared understanding. It's important to talk things out because sometimes when we think we heard something, we might not heard it clearly. So sometimes you need to just sit back and evaluate that you hear it clearly and collaborate that in that situation or with that person, what you thought you heard, so you can have a clear understanding. Because at the end of the day, Bible says to get wisdom is the principle and a principle of things, and it continues to say get wisdom. So get a clear understanding before you frustrate yourself and you fluster or you go down a path of what we call anger, which become a destructive force, and then everything is out of balance. Everything becomes out of whack. Because for us, why? You didn't have understanding. Oliver Sacks remind us emotions form the core part of the human experience. Oliver Sacks remind us that, and this is an author or a scientist, remind us that emotions form the core part of a human experience. By approaching them with courtesy and care, you transform them into trusted allies. You transform them into trusted allies, enriching your life and relationships. Enriching your life and relationships when turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Turning your challenges, turning your circumstances into the ability or into the opportunity to grow. Your emotions do more than shape your day. Your emotions do more than shape your day. They guide you towards understanding and growth. Your emotions do more than shape your day. They guide you to understanding towards your growth. You take charge of your inner world by identifying your triggers, naming your feelings, and practicing emotional awareness. Let me say this again. You take charge of your inner world or your inner self by identifying your triggers, naming your feelings, and practicing emotional awareness. This intentional shifts from actions or reactions to response empowers you to navigate your life with a greater confidence. It shifts you from reaction to response, empowering you to navigate life with a greater confidence and clarity and purpose. Growing is about perfection. Excuse me. Growth is not about perfection. It's about showing consistency. Growth isn't about perfection, it's about showing consistency. Every moment of reflections strengthens your connection with yourself and others. Every moment of reflections strengthens your connection with yourself and with others. Over time, you will notice how much easier it becomes when you face challenges with insight and resilience. So let me just sum this way. After you've learned the lessons, you'll have insights and you'll have a resilience. You'll be able to not respond the way you used to. You'll respond in a greater depth of understanding, and you'll be able to diffuse the situations because you had the understanding, the insight, and you have resilience. You have the strength to press on past it. You will have the strength to pass on past it. Embracing emotional awareness allows you to build life where your feelings work with you, not against you, where your feelings begin to enjoy life, where your feelings work with you and they don't work against you. Let this begin the deeper connection to your emotions, your relationships, and the person you are to become. You're not changing who you are, you're discovering the incredible strength and wisdom you already have within. I want to say that again. You're not changing who you are, you're discovering the incredible strength and wisdom of who you already or who already within you. So it's time for you and I. Glory to God. I'm not here to preach, but it's time for you and I to make the decision that could control the things within. Making a decision about you having control over you. You know, most of the time, you find in heated situations, excuse me, and I worked in the prison system, and a lot of people that I've met done violent crimes. Their regret is this: if they took the time to just thought, they would have never done it. Anger puts you on a disrupted path, and that's why emotional awareness, and that's why EQ, and that's why emotional intelligence is about you and I control over ourselves. That we don't go down a disruptive path and destroy everything in our life. That's in the workplace, that's in relationships, that's church, wherever it is, that, that a trigger comes up in your life and cause you to respond negative. It's because you don't have control over you. You have to fight in this season and this part of your life to make the clear decision. I will not allow it to affect me. I will not let it turn me and cause me to make the right decision. I am going to engage in emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, and I'm going to get myself together. I am not going to let this trip me up. It's tripped me up before, but this time, because I have understanding, I have insight, I'm not going down that road. I'm not going down that road. I'll just share a little tidbit. I remember when I was on drugs, and a 3-year span, by me not taking control over me, cost me lose everything. With job, with home, you name it. I lost it. Why? Because I didn't regulate my own emotions. I allowed my emotions to regulate me. Jesus tells Peter this in my closing. In your patience, possess your soul. Meaning, you get control over you. You are, have ownership over the thoughts that come out of your mind. And you have to make a decision that the thoughts that does not align with your values, your priorities, and your purpose, you have to get rid of them. The choice belongs to each and every one of us. None of us are exempt from circumstances. And Jesus said, in this life, you should have trouble. But be joyful, because I overcome the world. He said, in this world, you should have troubles, but rejoice, for I overcome it. So if he has overcome it and he lives inside of you and I, we have the ability to overcome it. Don't let your emotions carry you away and destroy your future. Listen, continue the journey with me. We got a lot more to do. And like I said earlier, it's not just about you. It's building me to remember I must, with EQ, emotional equivalent, and emotional intelligence, and emotional awareness, and effect, that I'll have the life that I expect and the life that I want. Again, it's your choice. Listen, it's good to be with you. See you on another day of journey. We made it this far, and we can make it further. Remember, you can, in this season, showcase the best version of you, the better version of you, by emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, and not allowing your emotions to get the best of you. Have a good one. We'll talk another time. Bye bye.